Why are you waiting for YouTube? Let's get this thing kicking. Oh, we're live. He just waved his hand, Minnie. He finally got it right. Hey, and that means a big thing here. That means it's Friday. It's noon. Oh, by the way, everybody, happy Festool Friday. It's Festool Live. All right. I am really stoked today because we almost have the original crew back together. Next week we will, because Brent will be back online. But right here we have hey, Big D. He's in the house. Everybody wave to Big D. And I bet you $5 you're waving at home to Big D. Okay, number 2, we got Chris the Unit Seibert on the camera. Hi, Chris.
Hello.
You doing well?
Doing great.
All right. Behind on the whiteboard is Min Min. We have Minnie Gleb. Okay, now we have Peyton. Say hi to Peyton. Peyton, say hi. Okay, he's a little shy today because I'm starting to get loud. He was really chill, but Minnie said he's going to get ready, Peyton. He's going to get loud. And then over here we have Spacky. Spacky is in his normal position. Oh, he's chilling. Okay. And right now, answering online is Garrett Fumio Sato, our catalog model, and he will answer all your questions. I love Fumio. He's awesome. Garrett, thank you for doing this and filling in for Brent today. We really appreciate it. But here's what I'm going to say. I always call out a department, right? Do we have audio, Big D?
Yeah, we're good.
Okay, we're good? Okay. Hey, Chris, you remember way back when Derek would start moving around and stuff, and we'd go, or he would go, oh. We were having a major meltdown hiccup, and I was like, and I'd see, keep going, keep going. And the reason I'm calling it out, I have to. I call out every department in here, don't I?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and I will continue to call out departments, but I'm going to call out a really, really, really special department today. And I already have. Thank you, Derek. Thank you, Chris. And thank you, Minnie. I really appreciate it because we all joke around, but you know this is my favorite hour every week here at Festool Live. And I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you. Well, oh, wait a minute. Most of you. I get them to look up. Okay. I love you guys. I tell everybody out there, and I love you online, and I don't mean to get emotional, but this has meant so much to me over the years. And it's really weird. You remember, guys? Hey, it was fun while it lasted. Right. Episode 11, fun while it lasted. We didn't know how long this was going to happen and where we were going to go with this. And when I was setting up things up and creating the content for this week, I put down episode 115. Never in my wildest dreams did I think this would happen. So I want to thank each and every one of you watching. And I know I speak for everybody in this room. Thank you very much. Okay, sorry to get sentimental. This is one of Minnie's favorites. And this is what I couldn't believe. I had to put a hashtag number 6. Because this is Lost in a Catalog. Hey, Martin, I heard these Lost in a Catalogs are your favorites too. That's Martin. That's Marvin Martin. Right? Out of Michigan, right, Marvin? I love you too, brother. Okay, now listen. This is Lost in a Catalog. But I gotta say this because I always do. You're watching YouTube. Duh! Okay? But also, this will live on Instagram and Facebook. Now, let's go back to YouTube. We got some killer things happening on there. We got Inside Festool. Oh my God, it's awesome. We got Festool Shop Talk, which was on Instagram this week, but it's gonna spool out to YouTube and Spotify and Apple Podcasts. We interviewed a gentleman, emphasis gentleman, but one of our finest craftsmen here in America. He's out of Wichita, Kansas. You all follow him. He's James Wesley Furniture. His name is Wes Lewis. So stay tuned for that. It's been one of my favorite shop talks that we've done, Festool shop talks. Okay, but also on there we have the Build series. It stars Brent Shively, and he's been building some really cool stuff. And I just saw something that's up and coming, and wait till you see it. I don't want to let any cat out of the bag on this, because this is going to be a great series. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel, please, because I don't want you to miss any of these. And if you need to go back and reference some stuff, you can always check out a Festool Live. Okay. Hey, Minnie, did that sound okay?
Wonderful.
Unbelievable.
It's amazing.
Okay. So here's the difficult thing about Lost in the Catalog. Make sure you tell Minnie where you're from, because she always writes that on the board. We call that out at the end. It's one of my favorite parts. Minnie's already on to the second side of the board, which is amazing.
Dang.
Thank you. But the other thing is, Minnie is always standing behind the board writing these, but during Lost in the Catalog, she always peeks around quite a bit. She goes, this is the best training ever. Okay, so sometimes I do these because I want to help everybody who's on the phone for us or in our service department. And I want to eliminate some of the confusion that may be in the catalog, or this is me, on the line, when you check out the Googles. Hey, I just signed up for MySpace. Is that still around?
It'll probably come back eventually.
Okay, good. Okay, so when we start talking about when you're looking at stuff online and everything, and it gets really confusing, I've gotten confused a little bit. So I'm going to step you through this. And it sounds funny, I'm going to talk about boxes. No, not sustainers, the boxes that go in the box. Okay? So there's two styles of them at this time. Last year, oh my God, the year before, we came out with Generation 3. And we came out with these boxes right here. Okay? And they fit, come over here, Chris, get this. They fit in these CIS ORGs, or CIS organizers. All right? We have different sizes. I'll go through them. But I was showing somebody here internally the other day, and we have these little pods in here. And if you look up here, the reason it's designed like that, okay, in the different sizes, is when I take it out and I have stuff in here, it doesn't what? Move or disperse amongst all the different boxes inside. It's a killer system. Okay, so when I was first looking at the CIS organizers, I opened it up, and there's, oh my goodness gracious, 6 styles. You can buy them empty, whether in the M style. Whoopsie, let me open it up. Okay, completely empty, so you can build them out yourself, because if you look online, you have the different size containers in there, or boxes. You can buy them with, okay, either an M or L, and when you look at these, okay, and all of it is drilled down perfect online or itemized. You see this? It says 20. That means there's 20 boxes inside. Okay, so we pre-fill them. And sometimes they're the 50 by 50s or 50 by 100s or 100 by 100s or, ready, 100 by 150 or 150 by 150. Then there's one that's a 10. It has 10 boxes inside. So on the Sustaina M style, there's the same thing but different ones. One has a 6 and one has a 22. Double check me on that. In fact, I'm going to look right here, because I did this because I wanted to remember. Yep, M22 and M6, and you have the different ones, or you can get it empty. Okay, but when I was setting this up, I was looking at this going, man, I could use a little bit longer box. Duh! And it was like, okay, wait a minute. We thought about it, okay? So there's other styles out there, and just these are really cool. This is a 150 by 350, and this is a, oh my God.
Brain freeze?
Brain freeze. This is a 300. Is it a 150 by 300, Big D? I'm gonna look at it really quick because I labeled it because I didn't want to make a mistake. Hey, can I remember everything?
No.
Okay, thank you. It is a, let me see, hang on. Even I make mistakes. I got it right here. A 150 by 3 inch. Whoop, 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 whoop. Okay, so there you go. It's really important to remember this because this one here is a 100 by 350 and it's componentized so they all link in there. They all stay in there and there's no mixing. So that was generation 3 with the CIS ORGs or CIS organizers. But somebody said, why do you have other boxes in there? So you got to pay attention to the web and you got to pay attention to the catalogs out there because there's other boxes. I'm going to move those over so I don't get confused. These were the originals, okay? They're a little bit, just a hair taller. These don't work in the ORGs, okay? And this style, and one more style right here, this style. Okay, they are not designed for the ORGs. And I'm just going to measure these out. This is a 60 by 60. This is a 60 by 120. And this is a 120 by 180. Well, look, see how that all works? And if I have 2 of these, they link together. Because, listen to this one, Minnie. Okay. What is 120 divided by 2?
60.
Okay, so look, 2 60s equal 120. Minnie, you're wicked good at metric. Okay, but where do these work? They work where the CIS ORGs don't. Everybody remembers the old toolbox, right? Where the new Generation 3 toolbox, this folds down, it works in the sustainer systems, van. But what's nice about it is this is where these work. Chris, come in here and see this. See how I can shift them around like this? Here is a piece of the puzzle I want you to understand about these, I don't want to call them older boxes, but other style boxes we have. Rick Bush, myself, were working with this toolbox years ago, and we went like this. And Rick goes, I wonder if you can double stack these. And look how perfect that is. So you can do that. So anybody has the old style boxes, we still offer them. And if you have the old toolbox, you can double stack them. I wanted to point that out. Now this is still in our arsenal, and this is where those older style boxes work, right in here. Everybody likes this toolbox, and you can stack it out. I think it comes with 6 or 8 different style 6 or 8 different boxes when you initially purchase it. You could still get multiple boxes, and I componentize this. And when I'm out doing an install, this is my doors and drawers toolbox. Once again, it stacks right on top. And the other places I want to show you, because this is where I have them at home. I have a CIS combi, and these boxes, if we notice these 4 little pods, those lock right in there. Okay, so you have this, it works in this. This drawer is compatible with the 3-drawer sortainer, and those work right in here like this. Okay, so if you have a 3-drawer sortainer, a CIS combi, an old style toolbox, or the accordion style workbox, that's where those boxes fit. They're still available in the Festool system. Whew. That's all I have to say about boxes. And hopefully, that eliminates some confusion out there when we have the different styles. There's still so much more to teach you about them, and I will eventually, because there's some other really important little things to remember. Hey, you know what it is with Festool? I've always found it's the little things, the little attention to details that add up over time. So stay tuned. I got a lot more to show you on that. Next, I'll never forget when this piece came out. I had worked with at Festool for about a year and a half, and it was the Camden, New Jersey?
Yeah.
Or Camden, Maine?
Jersey.
Jersey, New Jersey.
I think we're...
Are we back? Tell everybody to yell if I'm moving.
Should be coming back. We're coming back.
Come on. Let me know. Wave if I'm video.
You're on there.
I'm on again. Wow. Big D, you never fail us. Chris is laughing. Hey, if the camera's shaking, Chris is laughing. Do you know what? This is why I love Festool Live. Okay, so I'll go back. Where did it halt? Where did it halt when I...
You gave us a thumbs up.
Okay, so did I cover the 1.5?
And then you're moving on to the 0.
Okay. So then, why 0? And I realized this after I started using the 1.5 on, not 1 millimeter, not 0.5 millimeter, and a lot of times not even up to 3 millimeter. By the way, that's on PVC, not wood. It's hard to notice, but where you really notice, and Big D, are you able to get this? Okay, so I want everybody to see this. I laid this out yesterday and I trimmed it because I wanted to make sure you could see this. This here is 9/16. Okay, what's 9/16? I believe it's close to 15 millimeter. Okay, a little bit more. I think, no, 13 millimeter. You could go up to, I think, 15 millimeter. I don't know exactly, but it's in there. So when I'm trying to maximize my hardwood banding, see this? I threw this maple up here. Big D, can you see this? You're zooming in on it. There's a slight taper. And when I did this, I'm looking, I'm going, oh my God, there's a slight taper. And then all of a sudden, the light bulb went off. I want this. I want a perfect 90 degrees. Okay? How do I accomplish this? It's easy. It's the bass. Hey, isn't that a song?
It's all about base.
It's all about the bass. I can't even sing. Wow, look at all these people, Minnie. You're writing. Hey, it's Dirk from Dayton. All right. Okay. This is the 0 degree. I'm going to pull this off so you can see it. Oopsie, sorry. This is the 0 degree base. And if we look at them, they're hard to discern which one. I've always found that every 0 degree base I've always grabbed or had, it's ground here, but this is what I rely on. Chris, make sure you get right in here on my finger. It says 0 degree base. That's how I remember. Okay, see this notch right here? This is your dust extraction. I'm gonna put it on, just like this. Hey Mo, oh my God. I'm gonna put it on backwards where it doesn't really go. That's why you always have an extra. See that? It goes right toward the pin. I could see Garrett today. He said, good job, you were putting it in the wrong one. Okay? I have this all set up. I've leveled it so I could do this and move on to the next stuff, but you see the notch? That pin has actually got a slight taper to it, so it actually locates in the notch. And I don't know what episode, but we've already covered, and I like to use a glue block right here and covering so it's perfect 0. But here's the telltale sign. Only do a little bit to verify. So I'm gonna hook it up right here. 27 goes on the inside. 36, if I had a 36 millimeter, if I'm leading up to the next one, if I had a 36 millimeter, if I would put it on the outside. Okay, always, 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 2 things. Before you put the plug-it cord on, make sure your router is always cycled off. And number 2, when you put a plug-it cord on, I wake up in the middle of the night saying this. When you put a plug-it cord on, make sure it's a full quarter turn. Now, if somebody corrected me, I did a Festool sedge about what's the difference between a quarter turn and a full quarter turn. This is for you. This is the answer. There's a difference between your quarter turn and my quarter turn, so I make sure I say full quarter turn, because there's sometimes people take a quarter turn and just go like this. It is a full quarter turn, okay? And by the way, the guys in repair, I went down there yesterday and they were like, Sedge, thanks for doing that video. Okay, you start it like this, and you just do a little bit, and you verify. Okay, come in here, Chris. You see that? I'm starting to cut into that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna loosen it, okay? And I need to go shallower, so I'm gonna take it and go overboard with that, and then set it up. Okay, so now I'm slightly proud. So I'm going to take this, and you see where it's plus? That means with the arrow, I'll turn it that way. Each one of those ticks is 1/10 of a millimeter. I'm going to take that and go about. Oh my God, it's just a hair, so I'm going to loosen that knob and go a little bit more. Okay, so what I'm going to do, is this. I can leave it like that, okay? And I used to see people do this all the time. I'm just going to leave it, and then it's just maybe 1/10 or 2/10 of a millimeter proud. And I'm going to sand it because I got to sand this anyhow, and I don't want to burn through the veneer. I always say, take it, and this is how precise this micro adjust is. I'm going to take it, and I'm going to creep up on it. Each one of those bumps is 1/10 of a millimeter. That, and look, I'm using my fingernail. That is perfectly flush, and I've left that little glue, dried glue. That, my friends, is what I call precise, and that is perfectly flush. So some of you out there, I don't see the comments as they're spooling in saying, this must work like a small lipping planer. Correct, that's exactly what it does. Because when you put that nosing on there or thicker hardwood banding, sometimes you get one of these very expensive lipping planers that does that on a countertop. If it's under 5/8, you're in. So I just want to set that up and show you one of those bases that is lost in the catalog. Okay, good. Why is it? I'm having too much fun today.
So are they.
Oh, awesome. I'm glad we all tuned in. Hopefully that explained it. Now, I've talked about this when we released the CT48. And almost every week somebody asks me, hey, do you have an adapter for the 36 millimeter hose to go into a 27? Hello! But it's lost in the catalog. This is the reducer. I think we call it the reducer. So let me get a 36 millimeter hose. Oh, I did have one. Readily available. I'm going to take it, put it in like this, and set it up. I'm going to take my 27 off of the router because I want to explain this to you properly. So say you have a CT36, or say you have any dust extractor and you want to use a 36 millimeter hose in it. You can. But the situation happens like this. Now watch. Always remember, ooh, I almost lost my reducer. Sonic reducer. Okay. 36, when you see an aperture or a diameter like this, a 36 goes on the outside. It will maximize or help elevate the dust extraction, bring out the bigger chips you're making. It's on the Capex, it's on our track saws, right? Here it is right here, right? Goes right on the outside. But always remember, so doesn't the 27, but the 27 goes on the inside. But when we look over here, now hang on. I gotta make sure I have everything. Come on, let's get you over here. Somebody asked, and this is why I'm bringing it up, oh, just get a reducer and get a 36 millimeter hose. Well, look, see, because the 36 doesn't go on my Rotex. I'll always use a 27 millimeter with my Rotex. If I need it in a pinch, then I'll do this. But if I'm doing an extreme amount of sanding, which is usually what you do, go with a 27 millimeter because this is too much on the back end of the sander and on you. It'll cause you fatigue. So that's why I always recommend a 27 with sanders. But in a pinch, you're out there, you're on a job site, you got to do a little bit of sanding, and you have your 36 millimeter hose. Make sure you have one of these, and you can use any of the sanders with them. And there's a few other tools that just take a 27. You'll see the diameter like that. Okay, good, good, good. So that is number 3. The reducer. All right, here we go. Whoop, 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 whoop. I'm gonna go to my 27. Ouch. Okay, I got that in there. I'm just gonna put you right there, Mr. 27. I'm gonna get my plug-it cord. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Man, this weather's nice here in Indiana. What's it like in your neck of the woods, everybody? Boy, I woke up this morning, it was what, 34?
It was cold.
It was cold at 4 a.m. out on the road. Okay, I'm gonna hook up my Rotex. I'm gonna take my plug-it cord, full quarter turn. I'm gonna hook up and I got it on 6. Okay, so I think every time we've done something on the Rotex, or anytime someone's come into the training center, and someone will say to us, you know, I'm having a little bit of a situation. My Rotex seems a little too powerful, and I'm having a tough time holding it. And then they come in, and I've taught you this, everybody. Hold it back here, okay? I'm gonna put it in Rotex, and my handle is here, okay? So when I turn this on, I can control it better. It's because it's a pad, not a wheel. Because if you don't have that pad flat, it's gonna take you for a ride. Now, inside the Rotex Sustainer, you can get a handle. You can get a handle on it, and it screws right in here. I don't think you've ever seen me use this handle, and the reason is because I have a tendency to hold it like this, and this becomes a wheel. So somebody said recently, I have a tough time holding it up here. And I said, why don't you get the auxiliary handle? The one that comes in the Sustainer? No, this one. It's lost in the catalog. Okay? I actually call it, everybody's got a, Big D says it looks like a fat lip. I know some people who think it looks like a duck bill. Do you know what I call this? The Abraham Lincoln. Okay, so, hey, look, I got a beard, Minnie.
Whoa, yes.
Yeah, baby. So this is what I want to point out with this. You see these little tabs right here? They don't just jam on here. They actually go exactly where your protector goes right here. So when you put this on and it snaps in like that, look how I'm holding it. It makes it a little more ergonomic for those folks that have a tough time holding it up here, but it's the same thing. I hold it like this, and it keeps the pad flat. And if I do this and put this on here, Chris can sand all day. Cool. Okay, I think that's it. That's all I had prepared for today. Hopefully it's been informative for you. We covered the different boxes. We covered the 0 degree base. We covered the reducer. And we covered the auxiliary handle. See, I actually called it out right. The Abe Lincoln. Okay, so here we go. Minnie, we got a lot to read.
You do, and I use small handwriting, sorry.
It's okay. I got my new spectacles. Wow, this is so cool. Hey, I haven't heard of this. Holstebro, Denmark. Have we had them before?
I don't think
We've had a lot of people from Denmark, but not that. That's a good one. We have Joe from Waseca, Illinois. Mike M. Brother, how are you? From Austin, Texas. Doug from Zionsville, we know you. Rick from sunny Blackpool, UK. Hey, is it actually sunny Blackpool, or is it always sunny in Blackpool?
Today he said it was always sunny Blackpool.
No way. That is wicked cool, Rick. Thank you for always being there. Just like this dude, Mark S. from Woodcraft in Springfield, Virginia. Thank you. I'm going to say it again. Woo! Dirk from Dayton. All right, baby. Andy G. from Enfield, Connecticut. Larry from Sun City, West Arizona. You're always with us. Thank you. Anthony. Anthony from Staten Island, New York. Russ Huckster from Chichester. How you doing, Russ? Dude, you were just up in where? You were just up in the Alps somewhere. I was looking at your feed there on Instagram. Dude, that was a heck of a vacation. Looked real peaceful up there. Roll from Wolvega, the Netherlands. Hey, there's our friends, guys. Jason and Yana from Granite Falls, Washington.
Yay.
Hey, they helped me pronounce some wicked cool names up there. Okay, Dale from Swadlincote, England. Des from Harrogate, England. Soren, Denmark. Lucerne, Switzerland. Leo from Holland. Warren from Batavia, Ohio. Chris from where? Malta. All right, Ian from? East Yorkshire. They got the East right, Ian. Woo! Okay, cool. Perth, Australia. Wicked. Roger from Whitakers, or Whitakers. I'm going to say it Whitakers, North Carolina. Michelle from Paris, France. Leather by Dragonfly. Patrick and Michelle, we love you. Rob from South Devon. Patrick, he has to do that. Patrick from Strongville, Ohio. Thanks, Patrick. Steve from Bermuda. Tom and Kelly, always with us. Every episode. Thank you from Georgia. It's Eatonton, Georgia, right?
Eatonton, Georgia.
See?
Well done.
See?
Well done.
I got one of these memories once in a while. Mary Ann says it's selective. Dana from Yalcott, Washington. Yizu from Paramaribo, Suriname. Marvin Matten from Michigan. Southern California. Norman from Los Angeles. Mike from Park Ridge, Illinois. George from Naples, Florida. I hope you're hanging in there, George. Dan from Whitestone, New York. Joey from Texas. Brian from Pumpkinville, Australia. The Netherlands. Dan from Kingman, Arizona. Jim from Imlay, Michigan. Matt from Newark, Ohio. Dave from Rio Rancho, New Mexico. Toledo, Ohio. Nikolai from Denmark. Hey, that's a two-pack from Denmark. We have Tom from Morehead City. Maddie. How are you, Maddie from Cincinnati? Blake Weber from Novato, California. Blake, Big D's back in the house. Chris from Vergennes, Vermont. I hope I'm saying that right, Chris. Paul from Reading, Berkshire, UK. Holderness, New Hampshire. Tom from Aravada, Colorado. Jason from Michigan. I already called out Joey from Texas. Oh my goodness gracious, Minnie. Dwayne from Rockledge, Florida. Johnny Rocket from Gales Creek, Oregon. That's a cool name. Johnny Rocket. All right. Troy from Mechanicsville, Virginia. Tomislav?
Tomislav is what it says.
Tomislav from Croatia.
Yeah.
Love this. We have Dale from Hillsdale, Michigan. Brian from Holland, Ohio. Henrik and Zolo from Switzerland. That's kind of had a little accent there, huh, man? Eric from Tiffin, Iowa. Jeff from Bloomington, Indiana. I gave that a Hoosier accent. From Bloomington, Indiana. Okay, good. Peter from Melbourne, Australia. Ooh, this is a difficult one. Canada. Okay, Jeff from Astoria, Oregon. Dave from Israel. Is that a first?
Second.
Second. Cool. David, how are you? Dick from Katy, Texas. Warped Woodsman, the Johnsons from Portland. Jason, you guys ready? Puyallup, Washington.
Hey.
I'm so proud.
I'm growing up, Minnie. Okay, cool. Adrian from Augsburg, Germany. Wicked. Bert from Amsterdam, the Netherlands. It's a two-pack. Jim from Greenbrier, California. Renee from Denmark. Ooh, three-pack. Johnny, oh, this is a good one. Johnny Ringo, right? From Searsport, Maine. Wow, wicked cool. Great place, Searsport. Chris Smits from Antwerp, Belgium. Dawn from Woodstock, Georgia. Chris from Antwerp, Belgium.
It's a two-pack, two different Chris's.
No way. A two-pack.
Yeah.
2 Chris's
Two Chris's?
and 2 from Antwerp.
Yes.
Wicked. George from San Jose, California. I know a guy from San Jose. No, Brad from LaGrange, Indiana. John from Thornville, Ohio. Kenneth from Oak Park, Illinois. Jeremy from Montgomery, Texas. Craig and Tyler. Woo! We'll see you at Hatfield, guys. Virginia. Apo from Akka, Finland. Wow, you got a lot of A's in Finland. Dennis and Lucas from Leominster, Mass. Rob from Camden, Maine or Jersey. Oh, no. That's Rob from Cinnaminson.
Yes.
But he's in Camden, New Jersey.
Yes.
By the way, they're really close. Brad from Lebanon, Indiana. I know that. That is a rock star here for sure. Monica from Paris. Chris from Pearland, Texas. John from the Northwoods. McBride, Woodworking, Pennsylvania. Sherry from Medina, Minnesota. No, Medina or Medina?
Yes.
It's Medina, okay? Wheels. Oh, that's a good name. Wheels with a Z from Groveland, Florida. How you doing, Wheels? All right. Paul from Sam Adams. No, Paul, Sam, Cheryl from Anthem, Arizona. Rickard from Gotland, Sweden. Oronzo from Mississauga, Ontario. Andre from Emmett, Michigan. Rob from Corinth, Texas. Christopher from Salzburg, Austria. Wicked. Gregory. Hey, this is a cool country, Cape Cod. Okay, Ahmad from Kuwait. How are ya? We have Peter from Toronto, Canada. Tim from Livingston, New Jersey. A lot of people from New Jersey. I love New Jersey. Mary Ann's from New Jersey, my wife. Okay, man, I got to turn it around, babe.
You do.
All right. Okay, we have Wayne from Queen Creek, Arizona. There you are, Petri. I love this one. I had to look this one up early on. How many?
Yes.
Jolarvi, Finland. I'm good. And okay, and we have Tammin from Lebanon, the country. How you doing, Tammin? Tam Mom.
Now, this one may be our firstie.
I think that's the first one from Lebanon. Wait a minute. Here in Indiana, we are from Lebanon. 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 Taman is from Lebanon, the country. So welcome to Festool Live. Thank you, everybody. Did we got everybody, man?
I believe so.
Wow, that was a 10-minute call out today. Yeah. Okay, everybody. Thank you. That's episode 115. Next week, the entire original crew is back in the house, and we are really stoked. I have a great one planned for this. Thank you. I say this every time. I said at the beginning of this. We love you. Thank you for allowing us into your homes or offices and allowing us to teach you about the Festool system. It's something we love. Peyton, thank you. Sparky, thank you. Hey, did Sparky move it all?
Nope.
Okay, everybody, it's time for the weekend. Everybody's working for the weekend. Name the band. Come on. Everybody's naming the band. They're typing it in. It's called Loverboy. Hey, we'll see you next Friday at noon for Festool Live. Happy Festool Friday, everybody.